video. And now it's my second VR. Oh my gosh. YouTube's going to be my downfall. So this one is in response to Simon, the Hermit's Cave, top 5. And he had a list. And his list was Tarot, Oracle deck, playing cards, Lenormand, and a Wildcard. So I'm going to go through this. This is fun. So I'm just following out the order that they had it in, but I guess we'll start with the Oracle deck. Hands down. Really. And I actually just bought the companion deck to this because I didn't realize it'd come out. But the Druid Animal Oracle. These are huge. The double on one on the back. But this is probably the Oracle I keep coming back to time and time again. Spend a little time with different other Oracles. And, you know, these cards are wonderful. This is the original one. Came with a cloth. For a while, they all came with those kind of spandex cloths, which honestly, I buy decks just to get those cloths. In fact, the one for this is in use on one of my altars right now. And I love them. A lot of people hated them. They're not the best quality, but I actually really love them. Oh, it's one of the blank cards. They give you blank cards to paint, and I've never painted them. And it came with a hardbound book. And it's pretty much just straight on Oracle. Pretty much used like tarot. Oh, another blank one. I have these upside down. Did I show this one already? But yeah, and you can still get it. Currently, though, it comes with I think 2 posters, spread posters, and the plant one, the Druid Plant Oracle that also came with posters as well. It's a Blackbird, but I always really connected this. I have the medicine cards too. Never really connected as well as I did with these. And they're just so beautiful. They're huge. Like almost as big as my head, huge. So I have them in this bag right now and they just barely fit in it. I can't close it. I need to get a bag for these or make one or something. Yeah, so these, besides the Plant Oracle, so also this is the same Philip Cormingron, who the same couple that did the Druid Tarot. That's not what it's called. Wild Druid. Okay, I plan to do a video on it. I'll have to go back. I have the deck. I haven't really gotten into it at all, even though these I've been using for more than 20 years. So then let's do Lenormand, which I thought I brought out the book. Oh, I did. It's right there. So I'm having trouble getting into Lenormand. I have now 4 decks. One I just got based on a video from Shaman Arwak Priestess. I hope I said that right. Arwak. I apologize if I did not. But she had a really great video. She mostly reads with the Lenormand and playing cards from what I understand. And I saw the one that she featured on there recently, and it was, I haven't uploaded the video yet for the Kipper deck I bought, which I was sorely disappointed in. And I saw that and that one was great. So, but my favorite for what I worked with this, which is not much in comparison, but I like it for a lot of reasons, is the Mystical Lenormand. And I bought the book. The book came in plastic wrap all by itself, but it is full color. The deck, I have it here, box. the deck is just this beautiful, I mean, the art, they're all enamel paintings, which I'm fascinated with. They feature people of color. And also different images for each of the cards. They're very clear. I also like this one because it doesn't show the playing card on there. Yeah, it is on there. Let's see, you can't really see it on this one. But here, if you look here, in the top corners, there's the number and the planetary or astrological sign. That one's a little bit clearer. I'm not putting this mountain, but they have a huge level of detail. It's a small deck. The backs reversible, and I really like it. Sometimes I just sit there and just look at the images, but I haven't gotten the hang of Lenormand reading, and I want to. This deck makes more sense. I mean, look at this. But for the person cards, for the man and woman, there is black person and I believe white one. I don't remember top of my head. It's the man. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it only has the one, which is fine as far as I'm concerned. Oh, it only has the one. It does. This one doesn't have options. One of the other decks I have has options, but I think it's more important that we just have the diversity in the decks. It just does. And Lenormand, because it's just a symbolism, it doesn't have to. But it definitely tries to. And I definitely appreciate that. So that's my current top. That might change as I get into the Caitlin Matthews deck that I bought. So I'm a big Caitlin Matthews fan. Okay, so the tarot deck go to next. And this is, if you watch my VR to Kelly Bear's 5 decks you can't live without, then you probably know what this is. The Hanson Roberts. I am just filming this a few minutes later, so. But I love this deck. I have a lot of favorite tarot decks, but in 30 years I've never put this one away. Never. It's always been out. If it's not carried in my bag, it's nearby. It's used all the time, and I love it. And it's on my top 5 tarot deck. It's pretty closely follows Rider-Waite. And I do have the Universal Tarot that the same artist colored. And that's the one I use when I pretty much only pull out the Rider-Waite for study. And only if I can't get away with using something else. So, that's when I pull out for study. Okay, playing cards. So this one, my friend and I, when we were in middle school and high school, we played. Let me take a drink. We played a lot of rummy. So much rummy. Sitting at restaurants and bars waiting for our parents. And so I have actually quite a few playing card decks, a few anime ones hanging around, and odd size ones. But one of the decks, again, the same friend who picked up If you saw in the other video, the Hidden Forest, she picked up this deck. And I think we mostly used hers because I think mine's in better condition. But it comes with a hardbound book, and it's the Keys to the Kingdom. I don't think this is still in print. I will put it down in the below. But it comes with a little book, but it also came with a hardbound full color book, which is put away right now. But this deck, I just fell in love with. I had already started reading tarot, but I mean, we looked at these cards for hours and hours. A lot of these are nursery rhymes, which are detailed in the booklet. Poems. Sure, my one limerick. We organize, you know, things from Alice in Wonderland, mostly English. Queen Anne. I don't remember who all the queens are, but they're all named queens. This is probably the most traditional one. Oh, I love this, the Jack of Spades, Jack Frost. But all nursery rhymes. Just beautiful, beautiful art. And yeah, tadpoles. And so the book is all nursery rhymes. And the cards are also semi-reversible, which is kind of cool. Black cat ink. Sometimes maybe riddles as well. Yeah, the backs. Kind of very bicycle with spiders. The box, the monkey. Seashells, strawberries. Yeah, just, I mean, some of these are very much like you would find on any playing, but then come to this one, Laughing Mouse Cheese, like the Laughing Cow, but it's Laughing Mouse. Or even like these heartbreaking cards, the Robin Redbreast, which is very sad, sad nursery rhyme. There was an old man who lived in a crooked house. I believe that's what this one is. That's what I remember from my. These are my absolute licorice candies. I love these. Hard to find now. Rocks used to make them, but yeah, and just, I mean, fabulous, and in some ways heartbreaking. Just a few others. And I love it's like just all these, the baboon, Two of Hearts, the ducks. So yeah, that's the Keys of the Kingdom. And what little straight playing card divination done I've done with these cards. It also comes with this, the box is held up pretty good. It also came with this little black book. It's by Tony Mewson. Oh, and he does have some, there are some of the things in here. Some of the poems, but there's no way this is all of them. For example, the Nine of Clubs. Oh, cat and semblance, but in heart of kin, the canine river nurse who are always sin. Still at my hearth, I guess thou darst be. Unwhipped justice has no dread of me. Or deemest the sly allurement shall veil of purring throat and an undulating tail. Or the Seven of Spades. When I was a little girl, about 7 years old, I hadn't gotten a petticoat to keep me from the cold. That's what all these cards are. But the books, they have full color illustrations and the attributions from where these rhymes come from. Yeah, and so it has a game in here for Key to the Kingdom. discard one joker. You land all the cards in the order face upwards. And then you read from the verses and try to figure out which ones match the verse. This can't be all of them, though. Can it? There's no way there's 50. There's not 50 to be here. Whoever holds the most cards is the winner. I don't think I've ever played that game with this. And we would have cheated. We would, when we played Rummy with this deck, we would look up the rhymes and read them to each other. Yeah. Okay, so that is almost everything. It's now just the wild card time. So wild card is, of course, anything. It could be another tarot deck, another system, what have you. I chose Lithomancy. So I saw on Bell Wen's blog that there is a person individually selling Lithomancy. I thought about buying it, but I really like the disc, the wooden disc. It was really pretty. But I have 2 Lithomancy sets that use planetary influences that were very similar from what she showed on her blog. Though if I'd seen that Kickstarter, I would have totally backed it. But I have 2. I have the Crystal Starcast by Pamela Matthews and the Crystal Oracle. And they're both slightly different. The Crystal Oracle is by 3 authors. Linda Waldron, Leroy Montana, and Kathleen Jonah. Both are out of print. Pamela Matthews has a Goddess deck, Goddess Oracle, which I have, and she also has a tarot deck as well as individual cards, which you can get from her website. But I did not see this on there anymore. It's an old VHS case. And the Goddess deck, that had the card holder that I used for years until my dog chewed it up. But, so, let's see. So this is for, they come each with a casting cloths. And this is for the Crystal Oracle. And it's separated into the 12 astrological houses. And this one actually draws up, let's see if I can show you. It actually draws up like a pouch, like this. And you can tie it off with a little string that's attached to the ends here. Like this. That's cool. For the stones, though, I've never really trusted it. It comes with 5 stones, which I keep in this little bag. Carnelian, rose quartz, aquamarine, amethyst, and a black tourmaline. And you basically, you'll hold them in your hand, cast them onto the cloth, while asking a question. Touches form on lines. There's the center. There's a center message, so that it breaks down what each message is. Just a little errata in here. That's adorable. I forgot about that. And then honor nearest different lines for blocks, oppositions, danger, and anything that drew your eye, you look for 2 lines. And if it missed the cloth at all, it's not near anything, then you disregard it. It tells you how you're supposed to fold it. So the book, which I've seen a second version of this online and a few of these for some okay prices, but again, it's out of print. Each section is color coded according to the stone, so where it landed you can read. It doesn't really go into the astrological houses on this one, which is too bad, since it's drawn along those same lines. And Crystal Starcast is a little bit more involved. It also has a casting cloth, and this one's a little bit nicer. So this one actually shows the numbers for the houses. And then, let's see, kind of see here, goes and has the meanings of each one. So it's a little bit more expansive than the Crystal Oracle. Like, for example, in the money section, it has money values, money and possessions, how you feel about yourself, stuff like that. And then, like I said, it also has the section for the astrological houses. And this one has more stones. Came with a nice little bookmark, which has gotten a little bit tangled over the years. That tells you what the stone is, gives you a little picture so you can figure it out, and what planet it means. So it came in a little red bag. And it's Tiger's Eye for the sun. Let's see, I have to look at these, make sure I'm doing that. Okay. So Moonstone for the moon. Euconite, and this was my very first piece ever of Euconite. For Mercury. Rose Quartz for Venus. Mars was red jasper. Amethyst. This is my amethyst. The piece that came with this is kind of white, but for Jupiter. Hematite for Saturn. Clear quartz for Uranus. Blue lace agate for Neptune. And obsidian for Pluto. So it works the same. You hold the stones over the cloth. And place them over. Comes with this nifty little sheet. I love these, and also I also have a lot of decks that I kept just these for. Put a little sheet you fill out when you're doing a reading, so you can put the positions on. If you have a center stone, one that landed near the center, and then the book is a bit thinner. It's just this little book. But let me tell you, this book is beautiful. Pamela Matthews does have an art site where you can order some of her work, and like I said, her goddess oracles and her goddess tarot decks are just beautiful. So that's really pretty art. So you want to warm them in their hands, or the person asking the question wants to warm them in your hands. You know, she talks about studying them, doing it in the right atmosphere, burn incense, candles, in a quiet place. Spend some time studying the pattern. Start from the center and move out. And she gives other, so for each one, for example, for Venus, she gives other, so she provided the rose quartz, but emerald and kyanite could also be used. So you can pick out different stones. Neptune, blue lace agate, which was provided, but also amethyst tourmaline, lilac pink stones. So, and it gives a little, you know, for example, Neptune, the need for hope, spiritual inspiration, escapism, rising above the mundane. And then she also does a crystal draw. So just pulling them out of the bag, the first two you touch, and what those two mean. And, you know, if for some reason you didn't get crystals with this book, I don't know if this book is still available by itself. I didn't see it there, but that doesn't mean it's there. But she talks about, she gives again stones and different ones that you can choose. It's kind of cool. So I really like this one or not a lot. One of the projects I want to do is make a giant casting thing that takes into account the 3 Celtic worlds, the 3 Slavic worlds, the 9 Norse worlds, or true worlds, the zodiac, and the runes. And I have a diagram of how I'm kind of planning it out. We'll see if I ever get to it though. In the meantime, I have this one. I do like this one better than the other one. It's, again, it's just so pretty. Very pretty cloth. I said Venerable Wen has some information on her set where you can get a lithomancy set now. And as far as I know, it's the only one for sale. I've seen a few places on Etsy. I looked around, I couldn't find anything but that offered a lithomancy set, which basically is just the set of stones. I didn't really see any casting cloths otherwise. Now here's the odd part, is I remember vaguely getting another book. I have no idea what happened to that book. None whatsoever. But this little stone box that my ex-mother-in-law gave me. And in it is a little bag filled with stones. And they're the same stones from the crystal cabinet, are very close. And I don't remember, but there's a little bit of difference. Like there's citrine, eugenite, blue lace agate, hematite, clear quartz. This, I'm not sure. It might be aquamarine, but I don't think so. Moonstone, red jasper. This one has a snowflake obsidian, rose quartz, and tiger's eye. Very similar. I have no idea. I don't have the book. I remember it vaguely. And in my mind, in this pouch was the stuff for the crystal oracle. Only it was not in here. And I don't know if maybe I picked out other stones at some point. Or if I imagined the book. I tried to do some research on different sets. I can't find anything. So I'm not sure of stones to use. But yeah, that's my top 5 for the wild card, and I showed you 2, I know, but because I don't see them anymore. Late 90s, I think I got these, and you can find some used sets, semi-new, around. Again, don't pay so much. And the person on Venerable Wen's site who sent her a review copy, she has information that you can order directly from the person. So if you're really interested in something like that, you know, I would definitely support an indie artist in this, especially since these ones aren't available. If she ever put this Crystal Starcast up again, I'd recommend that one too. And I'll put a link to her website just because her art's beautiful, and if you're interested in her Goddess Tarot or Goddess Oracle, they're on the site as well as some other cards that she has. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this VR, and have a great night.